Hey, good morning, guys. This is the first stream of the year. I'm not sure if the audio is okay. If there's anyone there, let me know. Whoop. There it is. Okay, audio is working well. So today is the first stream of the year, and I'm tired. I actually forgot about this stream. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I woke up, I was like, I think there's something that I have to do. And then I saw my calendar and I wrote it down. So that's how it's going already this morning. Good morning, Jim. It's so good to see you. I love riding with you in the morning. I'm so glad that you're back. Um, really glad that you're here. Leah, hi, Leah. Good morning. Happy first stream of the year. Yes, first stream of the year. I'm hoping that I'll be consistent in the next 2 months until I just disappear for a while because, giving birth and stuff. I'm hoping to do it up until mid-February consistently every week. I will not stream if I'm in any sort of labor pain because I do not want you guys to see any of that. That would be traumatic for you guys, not for me, but for you guys. So, Jim said, I'm not sure if I'm ready for this. I still have the words in me. You always have words in you. You just used words right now, Jim. Just like Leah said. Yes, you have, Jim. So I'll be working on something different. I am not going to be working on Project BK, which is my eco fantasy. I'll be working on my comedic romantasy called Project Divorce. I haven't talked about it here on my channel yet, but I will because I plan on uploading a vlog this week. So that's what I'll be doing. I will also give you guys like a fair warning that maybe in like 30 minutes to 45 minutes, you might hear my kids screaming. My office has a shared wall with them and they like to scream and beat each other up. So they're okay if you guys hear them screaming because I'm watching them on the camera. Leah says, I'm so excited about your new project. Me too. I'm hoping to do self-publish for that one because it just fits the whole thing for it, Tanya, good morning. How are you today? Before we begin, I wanted to ask you guys, what is the one goal that you really want to accomplish this new year? Let me know. For me, it's a little hard. Personally, I want to survive the first 6 months of the newborn phase. And 2, I want to get physically back to my strength. That's really important for me, not just for my physical health, but also my mental well-being. And then lastly, I want to finish draft 2 of Project BK and also maybe if I have it in me around June, self-publish Project Divorce, but that might be a little too ambitious because I do need people to read it first because I got to finish it first. So that's what my goals are. Yes, self-pub. It just fits the vibes of the book, and also there's like a lot of readership for books like that on Kindle. Tanya saying hello to Jim. We miss Jim. Jim says my theme for the year is for the love of God, finish something. You will. Don't worry. You will. Also, you're technically always finishing something, Jim. Like you finish sleeping, you finish eating, you finish doing all these daily things. You just gotta look for it. So technically, you've already finished a lot of things. And it's only the first few weeks of the year. Leah says something about self-publishing too. Yeah, is it for your Dynasties, Project Dynasties? Is that it? Let me know. You're still not sure. That's totally fine. Hi, Molly, good morning. Are you in your lunch break? Let me know. Also, I always want to know what you're eating. I'm still pregnant, by the way, and I am starving all the time. Um, this baby, has an appetite, and I'm constantly eating. So there's that. In fact, I might have a pasta for breakfast. Tanya says, I want to be more creative and do more cool projects this year, like become an inspired artist. That's really good. I do want to say that you don't have to be inspired to be an artist. Sometimes you can be uninspired to be an artist. And sometimes, I know this sounds really weird, but that's sometimes how you can be inspired is by being uninspired. Does that make sense? Tanya says, hi to Melon. Jim says, I can't see myself doing anything other than self-publishing. Any publish so aligned with my personality. Yeah, like, so I was thinking about this week. Like, I do agree with you, but my first Project BK, I think I'm gonna try for TradPub. I don't mind hybrid. It's just that one's more marketable, and it's just, I don't know. It just feels like it should be attempted for TradPub. I don't know. I go off a lot of feelings, guys. Sometimes I won't use my, but I do get what you're saying. Leah says, yes, it's Valentine's. These might have a new fresh name. Ooh, I'm excited to learn about that. That would be really good. It might be fitting, you know? Melon says, I'm back from lunch and at my desk. I had a banana squash and pine ravioli. See, like how I'm craving pasta. I'm actually going to have it for breakfast. Like I said, I made Filipino carbonara, which is definitely nothing like Italian carbonara because it's not. I just think it's carbonara because you put bacon in it, but I made it yesterday. My kids loved it, and that's what I'm going to have for breakfast. And my 4-year-old already asked for it for breakfast. And who am I to stop her? You know, we're just going to have pasta for breakfast. Feel it coming. Yeah. Now says, I also want to go hybrid one day. Yeah, I just feel like that has like the best of both worlds. Because some books just feel like it should go trad, and some just feel like it should be self-published. You know what I mean? Am I making sense? I use a lot of like feeling words right there. It just, you guys get it. You guys are writers. Sometimes you just feel it innately, you know? But feel like even after failing to clear my first one, I learned a ton from the process. I'm not mad at it in hindsight. Yeah, that's one thing that I'm looking forward to, but also I'm scared about. But I think that that's normal. And I think that means that there's just growth there if you feel scared and excited at the same time. So, by the way, I'm now going to have to look at your YouTube archives if it's there. Did you, by any chance, put that on your YouTube channel so I can watch all of it? Let me know. Jim says, I go trad, but they'd have to throw some serious money at me. That would probably be the only reason. Yeah, I get it. Jim says, maybe do a Travis apology and get poached by a trad pub after getting super successful in indie. Yeah, there's a lot of indie or self-published authors that do get traditionally published because their book gets so successful. But here's something we're going to do differently today. We're going to go ahead and start. We're going to do a warm-up sprint. So just 15 minutes because it is sort of the first week, full week. Does it count? Okay, it's not the first full week. Is it the first full week of the year? So we're just going to do a quick little warm-up, and then we're going to really get to sprinting. But before I do, Malin answered my question. She said, I haven't talked about the brain process on my YouTube because it was too much emotional time. And I couldn't add the chaos having to film it all. Oh, that's totally understandable. And I hope that when you choose to do so, that you share your experiences and things that you're going to do differently. I love watching those things, like the journey, even if it's like an hour and a half long. I watch the entire thing like a podcast. Melon says, but I plan on making a video about shelving this project for for now. Ooh, yeah. That's what I did with Project BK. Like I have to put it on hold. It is too much right now. Like my brain can't right now, you know? So we're going to go ahead and start our timer because we need to. Although I would love to catch up with all of y'all because I miss talking to you guys. So we're going to go ahead and start just a 15-minute warm up, and I'll see you guys in a bit. All right, y'all. How did you guys do with that warm up? That was just a warm up, guys. Um, we're gonna do the real one in a bit here. But how did you guys do? Um, I actually did really well. I had to reread what I wrote, not yesterday, but Saturdays or Sunday, one of those days. And I wrote 246 words for that warm up. And that was pretty good. That's really good. I'm enjoying this project a lot because it's so much fun. The voice is like very sarcastic, sardonic, snarky. And that's more of like that's how I typically am, and that's my kind of humor. So that's why it's easy for me to write in such a short time, like 246 words. Let's see. Renee is here, and so that's really good. But Leah said, before I can read Renee's comment, Leah says, I'm warming up by finishing my beat reading for the month. Very nice. And Renee said, I started editing my first vlog of the year. Yay, cool. I gotta do that Thursday. That's tomorrow. Okay, is it just me or is it already flying by so fast? I'm not ready. I'm not ready for next month, but it's okay. We have a lot of things to do. Beta reading. Oh, okay, you're beta reading. Cool. I love beta reading. I just finished alpha reading CK's project, and that was really fun. I love doing that, and I probably will do more of that while I'm postpartum break, something like that. Tanya says, I'm packing. Oh, where are you going? You don't have to tell me, I'm just curious. Chip says, this is the first time I'm writing since, gosh, October. So I'm mostly reviewing where I am right now, making sure I'm familiar with what I'm about to draft. Ooh, that's a long time, Chim. And I know you can do it. You can catch up to your own work. Tommy says, beat reading sounds fun. Yes, it does. I thought for a moment, I was like, beat reading could be a thing, you know? Malin says, I did work for work, but this helped me focus. I'm so glad. And we are going to focus again in a couple minutes here and do our real sprint in a second. Leah says, like I'm reading the beat. Yeah. Cynthia says, hi, just driving. I'm probably going to try to do some crafting. And the next one, good, because we're about to do the long one. We just did a warm up because I've been enjoying doing that during streams. Sometimes you just need to get your brain going. You know what I mean? And sometimes it's a little too daunting to make the first sprint long. But I work best at 25 to 30 minutes. I can't do anything longer than 45 minutes. So that's what we're doing. 25 minutes next. Renee says, yeah, it's going by so fast. I'm not ready for next month either. What is it's turning 18 the day before Valentine's. Oh, wow. That must be like, I can't even imagine. I would be feeling so many things if my oldest turned 18. I would cry, to be honest. Also, guys, just so you guys know, my kids are awake. So if you guys hear banging, screaming, yelling, crying, do not fear. It is okay. They're okay. I'm watching them. There's a camera in the room. Look at this girl. She's kicking the wall. So if you guys hear that, I'm so sorry. That's why I have the microphone really close by so you guys can't hear the excess noise happening. Tanya says, moving it again. Girl, this time it's not temporary though. Oh, wow. Okay, we'll talk later. I don't want you to tell me your personal stuff here on a public space. So we'll do it through Discord. Okay, well, I hope that you pack while we're doing this sprint, which we're about to do. Cynthia says, hi, Leah. Okay, we're going to go ahead and move on to the long sprint and get it going. Okay. So this time we're going to do 25 minutes. And without further ado, let's get to it because we all have certain goals. We need to get to it. Right? Good luck, guys. Okay, guys, that was a good little sprint there. We have a few friends that came. But first, how did you guys do? I actually finished a chapter here. It started a new one. And I think I have, how many words did I write? 352 words and starting a new chapter, which is pretty good. Although every time I start a new chapter, it's a little bit more difficult for me to start. So, like I said, a few friends came. Laura is here. I hope you're still here, Laura, because you had a question for us. And I think Jim answered it here. So Laura asked, how do you get over the fear of the first draft of your novel not being perfect? I know I'll do about 5 revision drafts at least, but for some reason I'm paralyzed because I haven't figured out my characters' voices yet. Before I answered, Jim said, don't think about it too much. Just go ahead and get started, even if this is your first novel. It's better than you don't know what you don't know. And Laura replied, this is my third novel, but it's a standalone. I don't know why I'm so stuck. So I'm gonna pause this real quick. So her question was, how do you get over the fear of the first draft of your novel not being perfect? I think one of the things, like, I'm writing my second novel, right? And it's the first draft. This one is so different from the first one that I'm doing because I'm writing it for myself. It is an indulgent project, and a lot of my personality or my sense of humor is in the protagonist. And I think that's what makes it easy for me to write. And what makes me get over that perfectionism is knowing that I can revise it and that the only person reading this is me. And constantly reminding myself that, hey, it's okay, that it's not like, I don't know, I have the Will of the Many here by James Ellington. It's not going to be like that, because that's a finished product. And this is just in the beginning stages. And I think that there's no way to really overcome that fear of being perfect. I think it's just constantly working on it and reminding yourself that it's not a finished novel yet. That's why it's a first draft. And you will do continuous revisions until there's no longer work needed for it. And I think you will know when that is. And I hope that that kind of helped. And you said that you haven't quite figured out your character voices yet. I had that issue with my first Project PK, and I really did a lot of work with getting to know my protagonist and finally kind of like settling into the fact that there's a part of who I am in that protagonist and being vulnerable to that protagonist and letting people see that part of myself. I hope that makes sense. What I'm trying to say is, like, every character you have has a piece of yourself. And I think allowing yourself to be okay to reveal that will help you get to know and figure out your character's voice. I hope that makes sense. And I hope that was helpful. And if you guys have a way, like any advice for Laura, let her know in the comments, okay? Cody is also here. Hi, good morning, Cody. I hope you're still here. If not, I hope you have a good day at work if you are working. Jim says, I managed 85 words. Hey, 85 words is good. You haven't written since October, so you did great. You did great. Let's see. I put the timer back on, guys. Ian's here. Good morning, Ian. How are you? Yeah. Jim, you did a first draft. That's really good. And you started. 85 words is still really good. Laura's still here. I'm glad. I hope that makes sense, Laura. I hope that it makes sense. It's just that was from my personal experience. And if there's anyone else that can help her, that would be awesome. Like I said, I did mostly bitch. Yeah. I did not expect that. Sorry, my microphone fell because I didn't expect me to say that. I'm glad you bitched at someone. Sometimes you need to do it. So that is still productive. Jim said, Net, new characters and unrelated to your other two stories, I'm guessing. Okay, that one was for Laura. And Laura says, yep, so it's a standalone. And Laura says, that makes sense. Thank you. I hope so. I hope it was helpful too. I'm not sure if it was. Jim says he could perhaps try writing prequel short scenes with the characters, just follow them during a day with low stakes. That's a good way too. And then Laura says, excellent idea. And Miley, good morning. I can't stay, but I wanted to pop in to say hello. Good morning, Miley. I hope you have a great day of working and doing whatever it is that you're going to do today. So glad to see you. Sometimes I think it's YouTube. I can't see the chat sometimes. And I think it's because even when I join people's streams, like I'm not the one hosting, I can't see like certain people's comments. I think there's like a setting on it where you can only see the top comments, which is so dumb. Like, I don't understand. Anyway, we're about to do our next sprint here. Are you guys comfortable to doing another 25 minutes? It is our second sprint and last sprint of the day. Let me see. But before we do, I probably should put that setting. Let's see. Tanya says hello to Miley. And Laura says, I'm guessing you mean, I can't see you, Miley, when viewing all comments. I can you, Miley, when viewing all comments instead of top comments. I think I know what you're trying to say. I could see Miley when, yeah, being all comments instead of top. It's so weird. I wish they wouldn't do that, you know? Ian says, I wrote about 3K last night into the wee hours, so I'm kind of tired today. Don't worry. And that's like, you should have some time for yourself until you're well rested. And dang, that's like a lot of words, just like Jim says. Tanya says, it says to strap up, busy packing for a slow. I'm glad. Okay, our timer went off. We are gonna go ahead and start. Like I said, we gotta. This is more of a focus stream, and it will be since it's a tight deadline for me. Okay. All right, we're gonna do our last and second sprint of the day. Let's get going. Good luck, everyone. All right, guys. Madeline says, oh my God, I forgot this dream went on for a second. Did we scare you? I am so sorry. How was that spring for you guys? My kids are here, so if you guys hear them, sit down, please. It's because they are awake. What's more? Okay. All right. All right. So that was a good sprint for me. I think I did. Let's see how many words. 393 words, which was pretty good. Sorry, I'm like distracted by this one. Anna is also here. Hi, Anna. She said, I cruised through some of the easier stuff in my work inbox. I'm so glad. And then Ian says, kids heard the alarm. I can't remember. No, they have this little timer in their room that tells them it's okay to come out and when it's time to go to bed. And it turned green. This is my youngest. And you guys can't really see her, so it's okay. And James said, 165 more words. So I'll start to this story. I'm so glad. And I'm really glad that you guys were here to join me. I'll be doing another one on Wednesday. I like doing Wednesdays because it's a great pick-me-up. I'm so glad that you guys were here and that we are starting off the new year strong. Stephanie says kids will do that and are always interrupt my live streams to come say hi to my friend. Yeah, I've been to your stream, Stephanie. I think it's hilarious. But your kids are much older than mine. I have a toddler. No. So they're actually looking through the baby stuff that I just organized. So hopefully they don't mess with it too much. But I'm so glad that you guys were here to join me on my first stream of the year. And I hope that you guys get to your goals. And I'm just glad. I'm just glad for the new year. I don't know what it will have for me, but we're all going to just do this together, to be honest. Because I don't know how my projects are going to be after giving birth or being postpartum. But I'm going to take you guys with me for sure. And Stephanie, hopefully one of these I'll be able to join a whole live stream here. Me too, Stephanie. No. Jim says, thank you so much for this. It helped me get started. I'm so glad, Jim. I'm so glad that you're back. I'm so glad you're back to writing. Also, good luck to your wife with her interview. I hope it goes really, really well. And I gave hearts. Thank you so much. And so yes, I don't know how many, but I wrote some words. So yay for that. Yay! Okay, guys. My other job has started, which is this one. So I will see you guys all over the internet. And they're going to try to play the game The Floor is Lava. So that's going to be fun. I hope you guys have a great day. And I'll see you guys all over the internet. Thank you so much for joining me and for helping me be productive. It is the new year, and I really want to finish this first draft. So thank you so much. Bye. Bye-bye. You want to say bye? Bye. Bye. Bye.